Hi guys, some of you have been asking if I'd do another follow-up video to show the progress of my hair, so this is it. I had the transplant done on the 17th of December 2018, so it's exactly 9 weeks today that I had it done, so it's just over 2 months. It's going pretty well. It still doesn't seem to have shed at all. The natural hair, which was my own non-transplanted hair, seems to be growing back quite thickly. The transplanted hair, you can see, I'm sat in quite a bright window at the moment, so it's in front of me, so it doesn't look quite, it kind of shows through it more. When you're in not such a bright light, it looks thicker. But yeah, you can see it's not growing quite as quickly, the transplanted hair at the front and also at the back. So I'll just show you that. But overall I'm pretty happy with it. The crown area still is not as thick as the front area, but that, as you probably know, is the one that takes the longest to grow, so I'm just going to hope that it does thicken out. Still only at 2 months, it's still got a lot of growing time left and thickening up. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I had, on my original video, I've just gone over 10,000 views, so thanks for that if you've watched that. YouTube wrote and told me yesterday, so that's good news. Yeah, it's sort of seems to have slowed down a little bit, and you'll notice, if I don't know how well it will focus, but some of the transplanted hairs, they seem really short, so it's like they're in sleep mode at the moment, so hopefully they will start growing soon. But yeah, you get some of them quite short. So what I did was, on the sides and the back a few weeks back, I shaved it grade 1. I made sure I didn't go anywhere near the transplanted areas. It was just the sides and the back, just to try and make it look a little bit thicker on top, because otherwise it was growing sort of thick on the sides and back, and then it was still a little bit thin on top. At the moment, I've just finished the shampoo that they gave me at the clinic, so I've got this one called Revigen, which I bought from Amazon ages back. It's supposed to be for fine and thinning hair, revitalising anti-hair loss shampoo. To be honest, I don't know if these make that much difference. Whatever shampoo I use seems pretty similar to me. It just gets the hair clean. I know some guys love to use them with biotin and that sort of thing, but I mean, this one was about 11 quid, which is quite a lot of money, and like I've said before, I've also got the 95p ones from Home Bargains, which is caffeine shampoo. Pill wise, I've just finished the multivitamins that the clinic, that I bought from the clinic, so I'm taking these. They're called Expedia. They contain saw palmetto, biotin, loads of things that are supposed to be really great for your hair. These I actually bought at the pharmacy in Turkey, at the airport. So I got about 5 boxes of those. They should last about 6 months, I think. These are my saw palmetto that I bought from the from the clinic. These are my biotin that I bought from Amazon. These are my normal multivitamins that I've got from Amazon again. I've taken these years, so, or any sort of multivitamins really. The company that made these, they actually wrote to me and they said that because I've had some of their pills before, they're going to give me these to try, vitamin D3. I just take them, you have to split them in half, because otherwise there's too much, but they give me like a year's supply, and if you split them in half, that's 2 years supply, so I thought, well, if they're free, I'll just take them. Normal function of the immune system, therefore. But yeah, they're the pills that I'm taking at the moment. I still don't take finasteride. People still write to me saying you should be taking that, but I've chosen not to. So the other thing I've said on one of my other videos is I give blood. I donate blood regularly here in the UK. And as soon as I said I'd had a hair transplant on my last session a few weeks back, they said to me, do you take finasteride? And I said no. Apparently if you do, it's a big no-no in the UK. They will not let you give blood. Some guys have said to me, I think from Australia, that if you stop taking finasteride a month in advance before giving blood, then you're okay. But I don't want to be stopping and starting, and I just don't want to be taking it at the moment. So at the moment I'm just doing the saw palmetto, which is like the herbal version. Other things, a couple of weeks ago I was made redundant from my job of 11 years, so that was pretty stressful, and actually in the afternoon I started getting a really bad stomach ache, and I then had a panic attack, which I've not really had before, and it wasn't a nice thing. It just feels like massive pins and needles in your feet and your hands, and it was spreading up my arms. My breathing was going mad, and I couldn't speak properly. It felt like you had centrifugal force pushing on your face, and I just couldn't speak. And I literally thought I was having a heart attack or something. But anyway, I was rushed into hospital in Wexham Park Hospital, who were brilliant, by the way. And they opened me straight up. First of all, they did a CT scan, and they opened me up, and my appendix was bursting. So yeah, that was very, very painful. Luckily, they used keyhole surgery, and they've managed to get the burst. They said the appendix was in a real mess. It had gangrene, and it was starting to spread around my body. So yeah, it was very, very dangerous. So I'm glad that I did get rushed into the hospital, and they've sorted it out. Hopefully they've got all of the bad stuff out. Normally it takes about an hour, I think, the op, but mine took nearly 4 hours because it was in such a bad way. This in turn I was worrying about because of all the extra stress from the redundancy and the appendix. I thought, that's probably not going to be great for my hair because I'm very, very stressed at the time. Still quite stressed now. But yeah, I've seen no hair falling out extra, so hopefully it's okay. What else have I been asked? Do I wear a laser hat? No, I'd not actually really heard of these. I'd seen some on Facebook, and I kind of thought it was like a joke thing. I didn't realise it was like a real thing. And then there's laser combs. I know one guy on Facebook has got a laser comb off of Amazon. I personally don't have one. They are quite a lot of money at the moment. I've got to be very careful what I spend until I get a new job. And yeah, I just probably won't do that. I'd rather just take the pills like the clinic have told me to. I get a lot of people asking me where did I get the op done and this and that. If you watch my first video, it's all in there. People saying how can we contact you. If you look on YouTube, I think there is an email address. It's kind of like hidden, you have to sort of look for it. And also like you can get in touch with me. Some people will find me on Facebook and then send me a message through Facebook Messenger. Like I said, I'm on the Hair Loss Crusaders website on Facebook, which is a really good group. Yeah, also on Instagram, if you send me a message, you can do direct messaging on there. So, and if you look at the bottom of this video, you'll see my link to my Instagram page. So if you look on there, you can then look on my page and send me a direct message from there. I do try and answer all messages. Yeah, this is how it's looking at the moment. I'm quite happy with it. For 2 months I still don't seem to have shed, but yeah, it's... like I said, if you've got any more questions about anything, some people write to me about like, oh, I'm feeling pain here or there. I'm not a doctor, I've just had the op done myself. I only know stuff from reading myself, but yeah, I'm not a doctor, so if you've got any pains or whatever, it's best that you either go to A&E or you ask your own doctor, or message your clinic where you had your op done. I can tell you about my experiences. For example, yeah, I had a little bit of pain, not hardly any at all though, compared to what some people seem to have had. But some people at the donor area, I felt more of a tightness rather than an actual pain. But yeah, it all seems to be sort of fine now. People ask about scarring, I keep getting that a lot. What does your donor area look like on the back? If I just turn my head. Right. Oh, have you got scarring? And no, with FUT they take out a massive chunk of skin, so you get a big scar. With FUE, what I had, they take sort of individual grafts and they space them out, so when the hair regrows, you hopefully shouldn't get any scarring. But mine, yeah, it hasn't scarred, but it's it's grown really well, and it like I said, I had shaved it a few weeks ago, grade 1. Before I shaved it, it's even thicker, so yeah, you can't see that it's had anything done to it as far as I can tell. There's always going to be someone who says, oh, I can spot you might have micro scarring in 3 months or something, but to me it looks fine. I'm happy with it. I'm still happy with where I went for my op. But yeah, obviously you do your homework, you choose where you want to go. But yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about where I had mine done. They did a really good job. I felt hardly any pain whatsoever. And yeah, they seemed very, very experienced at what they did. They seemed to know exactly what they were doing. So yeah, it's like I said, the crown area is still the slowest part to grow. I'm really hoping it feels out, but it's only 2 months at the moment, so who knows, this time in another 2 months hopefully things will start thickening up a bit more. But yeah, overall I'm very happy. Right, if you've got any questions, just ask, and I'll try and include them in the next video. Cheers, bye.